What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Pulse Metrics channel, and today we're going to be ranking each NFL positions by division. So basically how we're going to be doing this is we're going to go, let's say we have the NFC East and we're going to rank quarterbacks. Basically I'll have like all four of the logos, and I'll rank like who's best between each division. Quick disclaimer, as usual, if you disagree with anything that I say, anything at all, please let me know down in the comment section below what you would change, what you disagree with. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Cue the intro. Okay, so basically how we're gonna be doing this is, so I'll have the logos, but we got the quarterbacks, the running backs, the wide receivers, the tight ends, the O-line, the defense, the kicker, and the head coach. Alright, starting off in no particular order. Actually, we'll do order. We'll go east, west, north, south. So we're gonna start with the NFC. We're gonna start with the NFC East, and now for quarterbacks, we're gonna go Hurts, Dak, Jaden Daniels, and then Daniel Jones, mainly because anyone's better than Daniel Jones. And when it comes to for the top spot, if you want to talk about who's the more talented quarterback, just don't even say Dak. Like, zero. It does not make any sense. Jalen is a way more talented quarterback than Dak. Just don't even try it. Alright, now we're going to move on to the running backs, and we're going to go Saquon, and then surprisingly, I'm actually going to go with Zeke, because he's not really he could not be as washed as most people would say, because he was sitting behind Ramondre Stevenson. Then we're going to go Austin Eckler slash Brian Robinson Jr., and then Devin Singletary. Alright, now for wide receivers, we're gonna go Brown. We're going to go Eagles, wide receiver core, then Dallas, then Commanders, then Giants, and there's no argument there whatsoever. You could make the argument that CeeDee Lamb is better than A.J. Brown's, but it's just because they have Brown and Devontae Smith, and then CeeDee Lamb and who? Brandon Cooks? I don't think so. Now for tight ends, we're going to go, surprisingly, I'm actually going to go Ferguson, Goddard, Daniel Bellinger, and then Logan Thomas. And you could make the argument for number one, but I think Jake Ferguson is phenomenal. Now, O-line, it's really not even close. So you got Eagles, Dallas, and you could flip a coin between those two, but I'm actually going to go with New York and then Washington, just because they let Sam Howell get sacked 60 times last year. Alright, and now for defense. I think Dallas has proved that they have slightly better defense, mainly because we drafted all of these corners, but we don't know if they're going to be good. We'll have to wait and see for the season. And now we're going to go New York, because they had a pretty decent defense last year, and obviously Commanders, because they gave up the most points per game last year and their defense was just not very good. Alright, now for kicker, we're going to go, you could flip a coin, but we're going to go Aubrey, Elliott, and then Giants, and then Commanders, and I'm pretty confident on that. And finally, we have head coach. We're going to go Brian Daboll, Nick Sirianni, Mike McCarthy, and then Dan Quinn, because Brian Daboll is really the undisputedly best head coach in this entire division. There's no argument about that at all. Alright, now we're heading to the NFC West, and quarterback, we're gonna go Purdy, Stafford. I wanna say Geno, but I think he's gonna regress a little bit this year. We got Kyler Murray, and then Geno Smith. Alright, now for running backs, it's not even close. It's McCaffrey, then Kyron Williams at the top two, and then you could really just flip a coin for either one of these. But we're actually going to go with Kenneth Walker and then James Conner. All of these running backs are absolutely phenomenal, don't get me wrong. All right, now we're the wide receivers. LA at 1 because I absolutely love Puka and Cooper Kupp. Then we're gonna go with San Francisco at number 2 because Brandon Ayuk and Deebo Samuel are both really good. I mean, Deebo personally had a down year, but who can really blame him because he was behind Brandon Ayuk. And then we'll go with Seattle because I like the combo DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett, and then we're gonna go Arizona. But however, Marvin Harrison Jr. and Trey McBride is gonna be a pretty decent duo. Not gonna lie. All right, and now we have tight end. We're gonna go Kittle, Trey McBride is speaking of the devil. Then we're gonna go Tyler Higbee and then Noah Fant. And I don't think a lot of people can argue with this one either. All right, now we have offensive line. We're gonna go San Francisco just because they have the best left tackle in the entire league, Trent Williams. Then we're gonna go LA because I like their O line. Then we're gonna go Seattle and then Arizona, and it's really close between these three, if I'm being honest. All right, now we have defense. Ooh, this one, I mean, obviously LA's defense is going to be hurting because Aaron Donald retired. So we're going to go with San Francisco, then Seattle because their secondary with Devin Witherspoon and Julian Love is going to be insane, and Tariq Woolen. Then we're going to go Los Angeles and then Arizona, and not a lot of people can argue with this one either. All right, now we have kickers. We're gonna go Moody, Jason Myers, the Cardinals kicker Matt Prater, and then we're gonna Joshua Carty because they haven't had a consistent kicker in quite some time now. And finally, we have head coaches. We're gonna go Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan. We're gonna go Jonathan Gannon, then we're gonna Mike McDonald, just because we haven't seen Mike McDonald have a head coaching job yet, and we don't know if he's going to be good or not. Alright, now we have the NFC North, and for quarterbacks, this is the toughest decision I have to make, but we are going to go with Goff, Jordan Love, and then Caleb, and then we're going to go J.J. McCarthy. You could flip a coin for the number 1 spot, and then these ones, there's really no argument. Caleb is better than J.J. McCarthy. Oh, right now we have the running backs. And surprisingly, if he hadn't sat behind David Montgomery, then he would have broken over 1,500 yards. So we're going to go with Gibbs, Aaron Jones, Josh Jacobs, and then DeAndre Swift. And I know I'm probably going to get a lot of heat for this one. All right, now we have wide receivers. We're going to go Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison. Then Keenan Allen, DJ Moore. Then Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jameson Williams. And then we're going to go Jaden Reed, Romeo Doubs, and then Christian Watson. I like their wide receivers. They have a nice young group. And then just obviously number 1 is just Justin Jefferson because he's Justin Jefferson. All right, now we have tight ends. Ooh, you could flip a coin for the number 1, but we're gonna go with Laporta, T.J. Hockenson, Cole Kmet, and then Tucker Kraft. And a lot of people might argue for the number 1 spot, but Cole Kmet is definitely up there too. All right, now we have O-line. Obviously. Lions O-line because they had 2 running backs over 10 touchdowns. Then we have Vikings O-line because they actually have a pretty underrated O-line if I'm being honest. Then we're gonna go Packers, and then we got the Bears because their O-line is a little bit shaky. All right, now we have defense, and this is a very hard decision, but we're gonna go with the Lions because they were up there in defense against the run. Then we're going to go Green Bay, then the Bears, and then the Vikings. Because the Bears had the most interceptions last year with, I think it was 22. Alright, And now for kicker, we're going to go Green Bay, we're going to go Bears, Vikings, and then the Lions. Because, you know, we don't know if the Vikings or Lions kickers are going to be good or not yet. Alright, and now we have head coaches. I like all the head coaches except for one. But we're going to go Dan Campbell, Matt LaFleur, Kevin O'Connell, and then Matt Eberflus. Matt Eberflus is awful. Alright, and finally we have the NFC South. Now for quarterbacks, we're going to go Kirk Cousins, Baker Mayfield, Derek Carr, and nothing personal but Bryce Young. We just have to wait and see if he is gonna, you know, be as good as he was drafted, because he was basically set up to fail last year. Alright, and now we have running backs. We're gonna go Atlanta, New Orleans, because I like Bijan and Alvin Kamara. We're gonna go Rashad White and then Jonathan Brooks, mainly because like we don't know if Jonathan Brooks is gonna be good or not. Like we just do not know because he was just drafted this year. All right, now we have wide receivers. We're gonna go Evans and Godwin. Then I don't know. It's really a toss-up with these. Now, honestly, we're going to go Carolina because, you know, you got Deontay Johnson and Adam Thielen. That's a pretty solid duo. And then we're going to go, you know what, I like the Saints. I like Chris Olave, what they're doing with him. And then, obviously, Atlanta. We are Drake London, but who else besides that? Darnell Mooney? No. Alright, and now we have the tight ends. We're going to go Kyle Pitts, Cade Otton, Jawan Johnson / Taysom Hill, and then Hayden Hurst, I think is their tight end. Sorry, excuse me, my bad. It's gonna be Tommy Tremble. All right, now we have O-line. We're gonna go Falcons because I like Chris Lindstrom. Then we're gonna go Bucks, Saints, and then Panthers, because there's just no argument there with you could flip a coin for how bad these two are, like which one is worse. Alright, now we have defense. We're going to go Falcons, and then surprisingly, I'm going to go with the Saints because they had a lot of interceptions, one of some of the most in the league last year. And then we're going to go Bucks and then Panthers. Even though the Panthers' defense is definitely going to be hurting because they traded Brian Burns. And now we have kicker. We're going to go Atlanta, Tampa Bay, Saints, then Panthers. I think it's undisputedly number one is Atlanta, and then you could do a three-way flip for these next three. Oh, now we have head coaches. This one is gonna be tough, but I'm gonna go with Dave Canales, Todd Bowles, Raheem Morris, and then Dennis Allen. I know Dave Canales and Raheem Morris are first-timers, but like anyone's better than Dennis Allen. Dennis Allen is the worst NFL coach I have ever seen in my days. Alright guys, that is gonna do it for my NFC rankings. I will post my AFC rankings very soon, so don't forget to leave a like on this video and make sure to subscribe. We're on the road to 500 subscribers. I'm trying to get monetized very soon. So without further ado, I'll see y'all guys next time I upload. Peace.